Hello and welcome to another 5-minute features. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new tests in the Workspace UI feature. So basically before, if you were writing tests on your data, whether it be unit tests or integration tests or stuff like that, you had to basically rely on running them locally or booting up a notebook and running them in the notebook. But with this new feature, you can actually run them directly from your Databricks workspace, and we're going to take a look at that today. So what I've done is I've set up a small little testing repo. Let me just show you here. So what I've done is I have a small little testing repo. I have a folder with functions and a folder with tests. I think this is a fairly common setup. I imagine this functions part can be a lot wider than what I have, and the tests should probably grow as well. But imagine this to be a simple rendition of your code base. So in this, I have two sets of functions. I have string functions and I have math functions, just to keep it simple. The first one here is just conversion of string values to Boolean values. So if it's false, no, or zero, I want it to return as a Boolean false. If it's true, yes, or one, I want it to return as a Boolean true. Then on math functions, I have a function that basically calculates the square of a value. Very, very simple. So the only thing here is we need to have it to be in the format of an integer, and I'll get back to that. So those are the two functions we have. Then a set of test functions. So this is where it actually gets interesting. So first off, you'll notice over here on the left, you get a tests pane over here. So basically in here, you can actually see all the tests in the folder I'm in at the moment. So you can actually see the string functions and the math functions together. You can see there's a total of 9 passed and 1 failed. Let's get back to the failed one in a second. But basically, I just have a standard test battery in here, right? It's nothing special. It's just basic unit testing of the function. You can see that I'm testing a lot of things, the different kind of like return patterns. I can click run tests up here. Then it runs all of the tests inside the folder. You can see the results over here. You can also run them individually over here, and you can also run them individually from down here. You can navigate to them down here, so you can easily find which ones are failing. And let's imagine that I'm working on my project with my mates, and then with my colleagues, and then I put this into the function, and then before committing to GitHub, I'm just going to run this just to see, does it actually still work? No. So right now it fails on all the tests that have to return something from the true. So this fails, and this fails. An easy way to visually see what's going on. With the math functions in here, you can see I have value times value down here. And then you can see actually that I've done a couple of tests. So I'm testing positive values, that works fine. I'm testing negative values, that works fine as well. Then I'm inputting a decimal and then I get an error. And the reason I'm getting that is because I've defined in here that the value has to be an integer, right? So consider this an easy way to actually get going with testing inside of your workspace. And I know a lot of people prefer to work in the local IDE. This is not for you. This is probably mainly for the people who prefer working in the Workspace UI instead. I think one of the really neat things is it actually it actually runs on standardized pytest framework. So there's nothing new you have to learn. There's nothing harming the people who want to work in the IDE and who want to do testing the way they've always done. And I think the last point I maybe want to get across here is this does not free you from doing proper testing as part of your CI/CD, right? So this is just a way for you easily to explore if you've done some commits to some of the functions that have broken the tests, and easily verify which tests are broken, and then a way to refactor them, and then you can work, with your Databricks AI Genie code assistant and stuff like that inside of the workspace. But you still need to, of course, set up proper CI/CD where you run your test battery. You need to still develop proper testing, both unit testing and integration testing. And this is just a nice little UI based feature that just allows you to easier find those little caveats and stuff that might have have slipped your mind when you were developing. So yeah, what do you think of being able to test in the UI? Is it something you're going to use yourself? Thank you for watching and have a nice day.